Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation.
News is breaking this morning that King Charles has been diagnosed with cancer. Channel 7's Hugh Whitfield is at Buckingham Palace with the latest. Hello, Hugh.
I hope this isn't a reverse charge call.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Now, from what we know, Hugh, this cancer is not related to the King's prostate, which is what had him hospitalised in recent weeks.
That's correct. Are we recording now? Or
Yes, we
No,
are.
we're on. We're live
on air,
live,
Hugh.
Hugh. So don't say poo or wee,
live on
okay?
air. Okay, fantastic.
So don't say any of those things.
Yes, look, it's unrelated to the prostate. So we don't know what sort of cancer it is, but it is not prostate cancer. However, it was found during the King's Hospital stay about 10 days ago. There was an issue of concern, a separate issue of concern that was identified by his doctors, and then it was later identified as a form of cancer. So when Charles left hospital on Monday last week, he knew that there was the possibility that he was going to be diagnosed with cancer. It would appear that in subsequent days he has been diagnosed with cancer. He has spoken with his two sons, William and Harry, and his siblings, Anne, Andrew and Edward, to share the news. And he has already begun treatment. He spent the weekend in Sandringham, the King's Norfolk estate, where he went to church on Sunday and then returned to London today here, so in the last probably 6 or 7 hours, and has begun treatment as an outpatient.
Right. Is this room for... is it time for concern? Have we got any idea of how serious the nature is of this?
Look, the indication that I have is that this has been found very fortunately because Charles went to hospital for treatment for his prostate. He's being treated as an outpatient, so he's not being admitted to a hospital for an extended period of extremely serious cancer treatment. Now, obviously, there's lots of people, we all know some people who've been treated for cancer. Yes, you can be in and out of hospital. We're told that Charles is being treated as an outpatient and that he's going to continue with some of his work behind the scenes, so reviewing state papers. Every day he's going to be meeting with the Prime Minister as well as he does on a weekly basis. So I'm not sure that there is 100% like extreme concern, but there's a level of caution, I think, because he is 75 and he is the King.
Yeah,
that's right.
And, you know, we never got this sort of detail about his mother or indeed his father, really, and they seem to live forever. But I guess in this sort of situation, we're kind of reminded that, you know, despite the fact he wears a crown, he is human.
And a tough time for the royal family with Kate Middleton. We don't know any further details of her illness either, but hard time for the royal family.
Yeah, look, absolutely. Kate only came out of hospital last week. William having cut back on his duties to look after her and their children. He is due to return to public duties on Wednesday here. He's got an investiture where they hand out the MBEs on Wednesday in Windsor, and then he's got a reception that night. He, along with the Queen, are essentially really the only, you know, very senior working royals right now, because it would appear that Charles is going to be out of action in many, many weeks. We were kind of given the indication that he was going to be off for about a month to recover from that prostate procedure. Now that he's receiving cancer treatment, you'd have to expect that it's going to be a lot longer than just a month. And of course, Kate's out until after Easter. So, you know, these are serious health concerns for two very senior members of the royal family.
And big implications, really. Maybe Harry's got to come back into the fold. Maybe this is Harry's time.
Well, they cut the royal family down to whittle it down to less duties, but maybe we need them.
But they got to spread them out. And Andrew's saying, I'll give it a go. Don't worry, mate. It's okay. You just hang there.
Well, look, Harry will be coming back in the next couple of days. We're told that he'll be coming across without Meghan and the children. But look, you know, this family, when you consider what's been going on over the last couple of years here in terms of those personal differences between the King and his two sons, maybe this is a time where Harry can kind of put that to one side and recognise that he needs to kind of pull his head in a little bit and be there for his father, who's going to go through a difficult time. He's going through a difficult time.
All right.
Well done,
well
Hugh.
that's what
Thank
we
you.
know at the moment. Thank
Good
you,
work,
Hugh.
mate. Thank you for joining us. Catch you and all the news on Channel 7 tonight.